Hear us and see us now. We're back finally. It's been since before Halloween that we did Gamma World last, which is it's supposed to be like a once a month game, but we missed 2 months. Yeah, so bad scheduling. But here we are again, and Bill's joining us this time. We've
Hello.
got a cast that rotates in and out. We've got a few folks that couldn't make it tonight. John was unable to. He's attending a convention tonight, so John, if you're watching this in the VOD, hopefully you had a good time. But
and not
let's
being
go.
completely reckless with your health.
Yes. So let's go over our players and their characters. Let's go ahead, just starting off on my screen here. Kim, who are you playing?
Okay, yeah. So my character is Carol, and she has this terrible fear of the dark. And so far, it hasn't come up yet because if it had, I would be screaming.
Yes, there is that. And you are a.
Oh, I think I was a mutant.
Yeah, so what are your powers?
I'm trying to pull that up. It's
Yeah.
it's like I don't know. It's been a while. That's terrible. Okay.
That's why we go over the
Um,
preamble again. So get everybody back.
yeah. Oh, chameleon.
Hmm.
I have the chameleon powers and the telepathy, so I can communicate with people, and that really came in handy a few times when we were trying to overthrow those guards when we were
Yeah.
trying to in the mine. And I'm seeing repelling force and the gamma eye. I don't think I've used that yet.
Nope. The repelling force is kind of like a force screen sort of thing. It hasn't come up yet, and the gamma eye is literally a blast of radiation that you
Ooh.
can do. Maybe why we haven't seen it yet. Bill, I just generated a pre-gen for him, but we'll let Bill give it some character. Bill, who
Okay.
are you playing?
I am playing Rondar, which is, Radnar backwards. Radnar backwards. Um, I am a mutant human. I have 6 arms and I can make things flash and can change my density. Sorry, it's been a very long time since I have played Gamma World, so apologize if I fumble over things.
Quite all right. And Sharon playing Dax tonight. She's our
Yeah.
pure strain human. So no mutations on her, but it's come in handy.
No mutations, just bad allergies.
Yes, yes. And
Mhm.
she has saved many children from your fortification here. That was the main thing she did in some of the prior episodes, but has been a very good force for this team. And rounding us out, Steven.
Hello, listeners. It is I, Steven. I'm, some guy, And anyway, I play a much more interesting owl, a superb owl. His name's Jack. What, you want to know more about Jack? Well, Jack has the powers of an owl, which include teleportation and to be able to reflect attacks back. What are you saying those aren't normal owl powers? Of course they are. Jack has them.
Yes. All right. So, in our last episode, you guys were directed out to, well, there was some activity along a road that your uh, words are not. What do we ever name your place?
Owl Town.
Oh, that's right. Yes. Oh, well, Owl Town. Al. Named after
Jack
King Owl.
disagrees.
Right. Jack can disagree. Um, but
Named after King AI,
yes,
misconstrued as Al.
as yeah, the leading resident in your area is an artificial intelligence. By the way, this little token right here are the pig creatures that you saw last time. I'll just stick them over there. So you ran into a gang of sorts that were looting inside of a hillside, pulling out some interesting things, and it ended up being a storage locker that you guys were able to clear out. You got some interesting things. to bring back. You got some interesting tech. More importantly, you got an evacuation plan map and a map to the main operating building to Punko, which is what this corporation was. Anything else people remember?
Oh, yeah, there was this great alarm and emergency klaxon, and Jack said, maybe you guys should do something about them. And everybody was like, nah.
Not important.
I,
Yeah,
I mean, anybody else remember that part? Only Jack? Oh, that's
that's
fine.
all right. Yeah. So you brought back the equipment that you found. You found some bagged goods as well, some grain. Some of it survived, was properly stored, and you guys were able to bring some food back to your population.
Did we not get like some T-shirts and other
You got T-shirts
tchotchkes?
and drink cozies and other paraphernalias that you would get at a
So
trade
good.
show. Yes, all with a Punko name on it.
Those cozy, good insulation if you cut them up and
Yeah.
stitch them together.
And I'm going to say once you've got back to your city, you've reported in. They do want you to check out on the main Punko building, which you've got directions towards. You got an evacuation plan map for,
I
and
believe there was one last thing.
hmm?
Uh, employee IDs of various
Yes,
Yes.
yep,
Got a whole box of those.
yeah.
Mhm.
In fact, well, it was more than that. You got blank ID slates. You got a computer that can program those slates, and you got a database of past employees. Remember, the computer was on a rolling cart, and you guys were,
Mhm.
yeah. So you're able to manufacture yourself some badges.
I play a very dumb character, so I don't have to remember this stuff. You're welcome.
So we're gonna say that John's character is he's grabbed for another mission that his particular raccoon-like abilities are most needed for, and John or Josh is not here tonight either, who plays the character Jeeves. So they are going to put another companion with you, Rodnar here, or Rodnar. Is that how you pronounce it, Bill?
Rodnar, yes.
Rodnar, yes. Who has
Or
6 arms.
I'm sorry, Rondar. is the name.
Rondar, who has 6 arms, is his most obvious mutation.
Hey guys.
Why are you not called Spider's Man?
I don't know. Why am I not called Spiders Man?
Because your name's Radnar.
Oh, okay, that's probably why. Good
Jack
one,
thinks
good
it's
one.
Very funny.
So that's your sub in. You guys have a kit already. You were issued basically a Toyota pickup truck, light duty truck. Is there anything you want to requisition or more that you want to requisition for your trek out? Still got the
He said,
same
"Do we-"
rifles that you had last time. You still have your med kits. If there's anything else you wanted, you also have lots of canteens of fuel, more than enough to get you there and back.
Jack is too dumb to requisition stuff that he does not immediately need.
Well, there's
The
that.
only thing he consistently requisitions is his sun goggle glasses.
Yeah, you kind of need those. Anyone
I'm
else?
glad that we have another person that can produce light that cripples my character. It's perfect.
Well, you've got one character that's crippled in light. You have one character that fears the dark. So, you guys are great together. Dax, you have anything you want to requisition? Again, you still have the same stuff you got last time, but after seeing what happened, if there's anything else you want, including making badges from all the equipment that you brought back.
Yeah, we do want to make some badges.
Okay.
Oh, Jack, stand still. Smile. Flash. Ah!
We're checking out the main building, correct?
Yes. You have a map to it. You know how to get there. You know where it is. They want you to check it out, see if there's anything left over there that could be useful.
And we have a database. I'm gonna say if we can find security personnel and make ourselves security badges.
Sure. Now, do you want to handle that? Do you want your character to handle that, or do you want somebody on Al's team to handle that? You might be a better choice because pure strange humans have a little bit better chance of doing things with technology.
Okay, I will give it a try.
You want to give it a try? Okay. Give me a second here. Let me find out where if it's on your sheet or not. I don't think it is. So let me go over here, find out what the bonus for that is for you guys. Pure strain humans. Bear with us here, folks. This is a very old game, and we don't play it nearly often enough. All right, let's see. Average intelligence, they have a better chance of figuring out the workings of artifacts. Yeah. Okay, so it is a table, and the artifact complexity table. Here we go.
It's a very old game, and we're not even playing the most recent version.
No, we are not.
It's a very old game, and I'm not sure the module is actually from this
Okay,
version of the game.
so Sharon, you roll a d12.
Okay.
Then I roll a die equivalent to what complexity this is. So give me a second here.
That's rolling. That's awful.
Okay. So you rolled what? A 4? Okay,
Yeah.
so that's not bad. Let me go ahead and roll. This is not a terribly complex item, so a d6, so a 6. So let's see here. Okay. Subtract the character's die from the start number, which is 10, so it leaves a 6. And then, okay, yeah, no problem. You're able to figure it out. You get into the database. The database itself does have password protection, but someone has cleverly, question mark, taped the password to the bottom of the keyboard, which was easily found when your techs were going over it to make sure it was safe to power it up.
Ooh,
So,
was it Jack?
yeah.
Was the password Jack?
The password's God. God, what capital O, lowercase g and d, just to be clever. Yeah, because
Like
no
it.
one would guess that. And you're in. The computer's sole purpose is to make identification badges. There is a very low resolution camera that's included with it. There is a little thermographic printer that will do a color print onto the badge, and it will encode the magnetic stripe that's on the badge as well. Actually, no, this is a little bit more futuristic than that. So it's going to have an RFID. It will program the RFID that's embedded in the plastic. You have the password. You get in just fine. There are three levels of security, and one level of visitor pass. Now, the thing about the 3 levels of security, though, is that they're not like level 3, which looks like the top level, does not also give you the abilities of level 2 and 1. It looks like they're pretty segregated. So level 3 is maintenance and supervisory. Level 2 is looking through it. This is their business executive workers, their advertisers, their people that basically get the money for the company funding. And the lowest level security is product. It looks like these are the people that actually make whatever product it is that Punko sells. Now the fun part. Roll me a d10, Sharon.
Okay.
There is exactly enough ink that still is good to make 5 photographic ID badges.
Hmm.
So what do you want to make, and who do you want to make them for?
Okay. So let's see. Well, what do you think, folks? Should we go for executive or product?
They're segregated, so at least one of each.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of each, and by default, everybody else will be executive.
Okay. Does when
I'm
you say
maintenance.
when you say
No, maintenance. Yeah,
when you say one of each, do you mean also one visitor pass as well?
no.
No visitor pass. Okay.
You should. I mean, why not?
We can only make 5 badges.
Yeah, and
Well,
Al does have a point, because looking at the database, it looks like even the visitors have access to some things that the other security levels don't.
okay. So one of each and two executive.
I'm a visitor.
Okay. They have lanyards, and they also have those little zip reels that you put on your pocket, and it's got the little zip line that you can pull the badge out with, and it zips back.
Okay.
Playing with it. Zweet,
Yeah.
zweet, 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 zweet.
You got to wear that out. And so do you use everybody's photos, or do you use some stock photos that you find in the database? And do you make up information, or do you pick some people in the different clearance levels and put them on the ID?
We're using RFIDs.
Yes.
Okay. For the one of each, I'm going to use our real photos
Okay.
and some basic information,
Okay.
like bare minimum information from the database.
Okay. Do you try to match it up? Like find somebody who's got brown hair, about your approximate height, about your approximate eye color, for instance?
Yeah.
Or do you do? Okay. Okay. Good enough. What do you do about the owl? What do you do about Jack?
I'm a visitor.
Well, that certainly works.
Yeah, we can worry about that when we get there.
All right. Now, next question is, so you've got each of the levels plus 2 supervisory levels. Who's holding which ones? This might come in as a need-to-know thing later on. So Jack has
Okay.
grabbed visitor.
Okay. Jack Red visitor. Dranor. I'm stumbling over pronouncing your name.
Rondar.
Randor.
Randor.
Rondar, yeah.
Rondar.
I'm having trouble with my name too.
You might want to fix it on the token too.
Okay.
You can call him Ron.
Yeah, Ron.
Ron, yeah, you can call me Ron. That's fine.
Ron. How do you feel about being production?
Fine with me.
He certainly has the arms for it.
Oh, by the way, Bert, you got my note about my requisition.
Oh, I will look at it while you guys are
Okay.
discussing who has which badges.
Okay. Kim, what's your character's name?
Oh, Carol.
Carol.
Yeah.
Carol. How do you feel about getting an executive?
Oh, that'd be nice.
Okay.
Where did you send the message, Bill?
Zoom.
Zoom. Okay.
I'll grab an executive.
Really?
And who wants the maintenance security badge?
Yeah, obviously somebody can double up as you've got more than 5 people.
I could double up if you want.
All right, so you've got badges.
Yeah.
Ron has requisitioned a rifle for himself this time, and a few things. Is there anything else you want to requisition? Again, you've got your basic stuff. You got your fuel. You got enough food for a couple of weeks anyway. You have your one satellite communications system, the backpack version you guys found in a previous episode, so that you can contact back to base. Anything else?
Probably another gun.
Another gun? Okay, handgun or rifle?
Rifle. Just,
Another
yeah,
rifle.
for me too.
Okay. And ammunition to go with it. Good enough. So you still have the same beat-up Toyota pickup that's been modified to get your special rice grain fuel that you guys have been distilling. And you're off. Who's behind the driver's seat this time?
Jack! Until someone throws him out of the way.
Yeah. Jack cannot turn the wheel and manipulate the pedals at the same time.
He cannot. But he's very happy to be here.
Yes, he is. Yeah, all right. So you guys head out. You have a map to follow. You have not GPS, but you guys have figured out a way to mark out where your territories are, and people that come and deal with you have told you what are the safer routes. So you're kind of eyeballing it. You should get there before it gets dark. I mean, it's going to be a good 8 hours, 8-hour drive, mostly because the terrain is not great. I mean, this is all interstate that's been chewed up, blown up, and everything else happened to it since the big cataclysm that took place. But you've got a useful truck, 4-wheel drive, so 8 hours. I'm going to make a few rolls here. Let's see. Travel. There are rules to what happens when you travel for so long. All right. Is anybody paying particular attention? Are people not really? Do you take turns being like paying attention, or you just let the driver go? Do you swap out drivers? Are you doing anything special?
Jack is always paying attention.
Okay.
Because he's otherwise singing to himself until people tell him to shut up.
Actually, are you in the back of the truck, Jack, or are you flying?
Jack is on top of the truck with his wings spread.
Pretending like he's flying.
Exactly.
Okay, that works.
You know what? Ron likes Jack a lot, and he's singing too, and he's paying a lot of attention.
Perfect.
Okay.
The song goes, there's Jack. He's an owl. He's a superb owl. There's Jack, and he's an owl. He flies.
This is Jack's personal music that plays in his own head whenever he's around. So who's driving?
Somebody with arms and legs, please answer.
I'm not driving.
I could drive.
You want to
Say,
drive?
Rod has arms.
I have 6 arms.
Yes.
Perhaps too many arms.
Yeah. I just Ron, like all the arms on the left side of your body are all going to be sunburned now. As you got them out, the window of the car laying there.
Just hanging out.
Yeah, that has to
hanging
happen.
at the top of my lungs, having fun driving around.
Yep, exactly. All right, let me get to the encounter table here. Give me a second. Okay, so we are going in fairly clear terrain. Let me make a few rolls.
Dax is going to doze.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, it's uneventful. 8 hours of on the road driving. Of course, there's no radio because there's very few
there's Jack.
broadcasters around, and Jack just keeps singing the same song on the roof. So at some point, someone probably rolled up the windows.
I mean, every now and then he then goes in, never going to give you up, never going to let you down. Never...
Ooh.
That's Jack rolling. Yeah. Okay. So eventually, you find it's an industrial park. Most of the buildings are destroyed. So at first, pretty badly too, like reduced to rubble. So at first, you find like, this has been a waste of travel, waste of fuel, and don't know that you're going to bring back anything of use. And then you see it, in blaze neon purple sign, with the light still flickering, but not all the letters working. You see Punko on a 4-story building in the middle of the park that seems to be intact, while all the other buildings around it are very much destroyed. In the front of the building is a massive parking garage.
Jack says, "Oh, we found the wrong place. That's Punko. Punko. Wait, is it Punko? Oh no, we found the right place. Hurrah!"
Yes, I think that is us.
Mm-hmm. All right. Yes. What do you guys want to do?
Leader type people, we should go inside.
Yeah, we should.
Okay.
Yeah.
You want to drive down into the parking garage or the parking area? You kind of have to. There doesn't look
We
to
have
be a
badges.
street level access to the building.
Yes, we have badges, so
We do have badges, yes.
Okay. So are you driving down or are you parking outside and walking down?
I like the idea of driving down in case we need to make a quick getaway.
Exactly.
Okay. Well, as you head into the garage, even though there's still lights going to that Punko sign out front, it is dark in here. It's cave-like. There are cars and trucks that are sitting under thick layers of dust and grime. In one corner, there's a freestanding structure with a glass window and doors that seem to encase a staircase. So like you see basically the staircase going up, and it's enclosed in like a glass sheath so you can see inside of it. And there you just see rows and rows of cars and trucks just covered in grime and rust and debris. Let's have Kim, you're the top of my list. Roll a d6, please.
Okay.
You'll be familiar with this, Bill. This also is in Gamma World. The surprise roll.
Ah, yeah.
Okay.
Everybody's rolling a d6.
No, just Kim. She's rolling for your side.
Yeah, I just did the command totally wrong. Okay.
That's right.
I'm trying to pull up the roller, and I managed to put.
If you've got your show macros clicked across the bottom of the screen, you should see the dice. You can just hit the d6 as well. There we go. 4. That's good.
Yeah.
You are not surprised. So you guys see motion. As I assume you're clicking on the headlights so you can see what you're getting into. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So there's motion that dives out of the way of the headlights, trying to stay into the darkness, and you catch shiny reflections off of like hardened chitinous carapaces. You see antenna before things flee into the darkness.
Bugs. Owls eat bugs, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm Jack. I eat about everything.
Excellent.
Yeah. So what do you guys want to do?
Jack is already in his, assault mode, which is, he lowers to the ground. He's fluffing up. He's got his wings out. He's slowly stalking forward. No one's told him anything different, so he's going prowling.
Okay. Sounds to me like Jack is entering the fray. Everyone else is staying in the truck while you guys look for a place to park next to that glass steel structure. And so what we're going to do here is we're going to do initiative with just Jack. Just Jack. So Jack, you get to roll it. You get to roll a d6, and for every point that your dexterity is over 15, add a 1.
You realize? What about under 15?
There's no negative. So just if you have anything over 15. Hey, that's a great roll
6.
regardless.
because Jack's on the prowl.
These guys are fairly dexterous, though. But they still go less. Jack, you go first. And your eyes that are able to see into the darkness, you see these mutant cockroaches. I just popped an image of one on the frame there. And they've got rifles strapped on them. Some of them have little toolkits and bags strung over their shoulders and backs as they're scurrying to get out of the light of the truck. But they are taking aim. Looks like some of them are gonna shoot at you. Some of them are gonna shoot at the truck. There are 5 that you see easily. You're first. What do you want to do, Jack? So these are human-sized cockroaches.
Ew.
So I stand up and I'm like, "Ha ha! It is I, Jack! You cannot harm me!" And I'm concentrating on my reflection ability.
Okay, go ahead and make the roll for it.
There it is not.
Oh, there is not a roll. You're just activating it.
Oh, I got to concentrate on it. That's about it.
Yep, okay, good enough. Now, you did say something as well.
Yes, I say,
So,
"Ha ha! It is I, Jack!" And I'm like, "Ha ha! Like, look at me, shoot at me."
yeah, well, that, and they don't necessarily, mean you harm right off the bat. So let's go ahead and see what their reaction is. Do you have a charisma? What is your charisma? Anything over 15?
Jack is the best character with a charisma of actually decent 13.
13,
CH,
but not
right?
15. Okay, so no bonus, no negative. Go ahead and roll me a d20. Let's see how they react to the hunting owl that's suddenly amongst them.
Boom. 16.
Okay.
Or did you want to? Did you want me to do a CH check instead?
No, that's fine. I'm just doing a reaction check, so it's not quite the same roll. A 16 is uncertain. So they're approaching cautiously. So you're not outright attacking at first. You've announced yourself, and then you're just kind of concentrating there. So you're not really
Basket
aggressive.
Great superbness that is at Jack the owl.
Right. So three of them have their rifles pointed at the truck. 2 of them have rifles pointed at you, but looks like their antennae are waving. They may be conferring with one another, but they haven't opened up fire yet. So we'll do a couple of rounds, since rounds are very short, while they park the truck a little further down. So it would be back to you, Jack.
Jack is like, "Ah, you have recognized the glory that is my feathery being by not hailing me with gunfire. Clearly you are friends and allies, yes?"
Okay, which means another reaction check to see if it stays the same or if it changes. Give me another d20, +1, since they were not immediately hostile last time.
I'll just roll a d20 and add one after the fact.
So what happens is you check each round that you're
4.
trying to parley until it's either changes to negative in the attack or positive in their friendly. A 3, however, is extremely hostile. Well, a 4. Somewhat hostile. Preparing for attack. So you hear them all ratchet back their rifles.
They don't like being called friends and allies.
Yeah, apparently so. But they don't immediate attack. But they are making hostile gestures towards you. They're getting a little bit closer. They're spreading out so they don't catch each other in the crossfire.
Squawk!
We'll do one more. We'll do one more action. So, and they might be talking, but being bugs, you're not sure if all that clicking is language or if they're just irritated. You're not sure, but you certainly don't speak bug.
But I can mimic it perfectly.
Yes, you can.
Oh, that's actually a unstated ability of Jack's.
Yeah. So we'll give you one more round. What do you want to do?
Jack says, "Ha! Be not intimidated by my fearsome presence. Lay down your weapons or be struck down."
All right. Last round was somewhat hostile, so roll a d20 with a -1 this time.
All right.
15.
14.
Actually, not bad.
14 after the
14.
-1.
Okay. Wary remains at distance. Okay, so it seems like they just want you to leave. They're kind of waving, waving you away. They continue to point their guns at you, but they're not acting any more aggressive. Now, while this is all going on.
Flap my wings out.
Okay. Oh, jeez. Ron, You have parked next to the structure. You haven't heard the sound of gunfire. You're not sure what Jack is doing back there, but you do hear him yelling out.
Oh, I'm gonna run over there.
You want to run over there? Okay.
Yeah.
What are the rest of you guys doing? Ron's just, parked the truck. I don't know if you left it running or not with the headlights on.
No, I turned it off.
You turned it off. Okay, so that means it's dark in here if you turn off the truck. Did you requisition any kind of light?
Sure.
No, you didn't.
No, I did not. I ran out without.
He makes light, so why
No,
would he?
no, his light's only for a briefest of a second. It's just a
Oh.
flash bulb. That's all it is.
So I can't see anything if I turn off the
Yeah,
truck.
it's pitch black.
Okay. Then I guess I'm not turning off the truck.
Okay. Yeah, so in the reflected light of the car, you run over towards Jack. What's Dax and what's Carol doing?
I was going to run over there too, and thank you for not turning the lights off.
Otherwise, you would have started hearing screaming from the inside of the cab. All right, Carol, you're uneasy about it because the only light in the whole structure is what's coming out of the vehicle right now, and it's shining pretty well off the glass structure in front of it. But there's a lot of dark down here. You're going to head off to Jack as well?
Yeah,
All right,
I
so...
have my light stick, and then
okay, you got your chemical light stick. Dax, what are you doing?
Okay. I'm going to take a position slightly outside of outside of our truck and cover them.
Okay.
Make sure everything's fine.
Yeah, sounds good. You got a rifle. You perch it maybe on the edge of the door frame or on the hood of the
Yes.
truck, and just
Yeah.
I don't think you guys got scopes, so you're just using iron sights. But there's it's dark, but you can still see some. You can still see some. So we'll keep you in the background. You can just let me know if you're going to snipe, and we'll just do it outside of normal turn order. So let's everybody's coming back now. So let's have a whole new initiative. Next person down is Bill. So why don't you roll a d6 for your side? Does anybody have a dexterity of higher than 15?
Probably the pure strained human.
That would be a big old no.
Nope. Okay, so no bonuses then to your initiative roll. So the way it works in this game is it's a d6 roll, but if anyone in the party, your side, has a dex of 15 or more, you get a +1 for each point above 15.
wait, is that DX?
Yes.
Yeah, I have a 16.
You have 16, so +1. So a d6 +1, Bill.
Okay. So that would make it 2.
They win.
They have a 7. Yes, they go first, and they were hesitant, a little hostile, but now more of your people are showing up. They're full hostile at this point. So they're going to start blasting. All right. So Carol,
Do they go first? So do they shoot at me first?
well, they had 3 of them were pointed at the truck, which means they're pointed in the direction of the people running up. 2 of them were pointed at you, but Carol took up a sniper's position. I'm going to let Carol actually go first. Or not Carol, Dax. Dax go first. So Dax, you see the bugs look very irritated that more people are running over there to help Jack, and you see, they got fingers on the triggers and they're about to shoot. What do you do?
Okay. Shoot first.
You
No,
wanna
that's a
shoot
D20.
first? Nope. Hold on just a second. Let me get to the right tables here. These are all tables in this.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So their defensive armor class is 14. Okay. And you guys are using rifles. Did you happen to write down what your weapon class was for the rifle? If anybody's got it written down. I think.
Why
Hold
would
on
I
a
write
second.
these things down?
Somebody did. Give me a second. Let me check out some character sheets for a second. I'm trying to figure out who it was.
I did not.
Would probably be Jeeves.
She
Yeah.
might have. Yep. Okay. I think I just gave you simple rifles. I did. Okay, simple rifle. So those of you with rifles should write this down so we don't have to look it up next time. Let's see. Weapons table. Here we go. Rifles. Slug throwing rifle. Okay, so it is going to be code 10. Okay, so go ahead and roll a d20, Sharon. 13. All right, and they have a 5. They've got like this chitinous shell on them. You needed a 12 to hit, so you did hit. Okay. And let me see what the rifle does for damage. It does 2d6. So roll me 2d6. You got that, Sharon?
Yep.
2d6. Ooh, grazing blow. So yeah, it grazes one of them, and then they open up. So 3 of them. Sharon, you took up, or Dax took up position like behind the car, so you got some cover there. So 2 of them are going to take a shot. One at Carol, one at Ron, one at the truck itself. And then 2 are going to shoot at Jack. Now, Jack, you've got your field up, but let's see if they hit the other guys first. You guys requisitioned some armor last time. Did you happen to write down what the defensive class, the DAC was of the armor?
Uh,
I can look it up if you didn't. General equipment.
Yeah, I don't have it written down.
Okay, I think you guys took basically flak jackets.
I took fiber armor, and I think it's 6.
You took fiber. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, that tracks. That makes sense. So let's say you guys have vests with 6 on them there. Which means they need 15s. Okay, so Bill, this is the one that's shooting at you. It's going to hit.
All right.
And they've also got rifles. Oh, 10 points of damage. If you look
Alright.
at your character, you've got hit points listed up there. I know
Got it.
you can take 10, just mark off 10. Carol, one shooting at you and misses. One shoots at the truck. It's going to hit it low enough, though, that it's basically just body damage, doesn't go to anything important. Now the fun stuff. The owl. Do you happen to have a DAC written down for Jake, Stephen?
No deck for Jake. I have
Okay.
an armor class of 8.
8. Yeah, that's what I want. Okay, so 8.
But also, I was referencing his name's Jack.
Yeah. So that's a miss. That's a miss. They both miss anyway, so your field doesn't come into effect.
Ha ha. I guess it doesn't go diminished then.
Nope. It's your guys' turn. And Dax, you can shoot again on your turn. So I gave you kind of an out of turn shot since you were
Okay.
sniping. So what are you guys doing? Just let me know who's going first and what you want to do. Probably
Jack goes first.
yes, because you're already there, Jack. So what do you do?
So I make a sudden movement like I am. I rush at them and like try to draw all their fire at me.
Okay.
Because I'm going straight at them in my predatory owl stalk. Rawr!
Okay. And so
I am a dinosaur that has been evolved.
so you are making yourself a target, right?
Yep.
So why don't you make me let's do this as a mental attack.
Okay.
Do me
that's
an
MS.
do me an MS check, and we'll do it relatively low because you are a predatory bird and they are insects.
All right. So I'm going to press the button.
Yep. And
Multiplier value.
do it times 5. This should be an easy thing for you.
Not really. My MS is crap.
Yeah,
See?
that's a fail. Sure enough. So some of them, I tell you what, you will keep the 2 on you that were shooting at you. So those 2 are still distracted, but the other 3 are still going for your friends. So running up, Carol and Ron. Or if Dax wants to take off another shot before they get in there, which might be a good idea.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and roll your dice. Just need a 12 to hit. D20. Ooh. There's no critical fail, so that's okay, but that is a miss.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, it just goes wide. Okay, so Carol and Ron, you're in there. You see these chitinous cockroach half men wielding rifles. There's 5 of them. What do you guys want to do?
How big are they?
Human sized.
Okay. Well, I guess I'm gonna take a shot.
Okay. So you're running up and you're gonna take a shot. You're not. How close do you want to get?
I mean, I'm not too terribly close, but close enough that it's
Okay.
not
Do
too
you
difficult to shove.
stop and shoot, or do you continue to move while shooting?
Oh no, I'm continuing to move and shoot.
Okay. Yeah, it is harder to do. But okay.
Okay.
So go ahead. Roll me a d20. You've got the same rifles. It's the same number. You need at least a 12 to hit. You hit.
All right.
Roll 2d6 for damage. Which one are you shooting at? The one that was shooting at you, or a different one?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you
Nice.
drop it right through the thorax. It goes down in a splat. All the hydraulic fluids are leaking out. Carol, what are you doing?
I am going to pretty much do the same.
Okay, go ahead and take a shot. Are you moving and shooting, or do you want to take a knee or brace your gun against something and shoot?
Yeah, I think if there's something to brace against, that would probably be better.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. So I had the dice roller up. Where did it go? All right.
Just a d20. There we go. Oh, look at that. Okay, roll 2d6. Okay, 7 points of damage. Not enough to kill. Are you shooting at the one that shot at you?
Yes.
Okay. Not enough to kill it, but you do wing it. You do see some greenish goo come out of it. Hold on just a second, guys.
So he at least felt it.
Sorry, wife was asking for something. Yeah, so it distracts it a little bit. You do wound it. So there's 1 dead and 1 wounded. Not yet enough for them to do a morale check. You got to drop 1 more for that to happen. So let's see. Dax shot and missed, and Jack is making a screaming fit of himself over there. So it's their turn. In which case, 2 shots at you, Jack. Boom, boom. That 16 will hit. So what happens with your field?
Reflects all the damage.
Reflects all the damage, and that diminishes your field.
The next turn, it reflects half damage.
Okay, so 6 points of damage into it, not enough to kill it. It's very surprised as its bullet ricochets off of a field that surrounds you, hits it back in the leg. Let's see. Ron killed his and is still moving forward. The one on Carol is going to return fire to Carol. Carol, you're wearing the armor. What did we say the armor was? 6?
6.
Yes.
6. Okay, so let's see. 8, 6. They need a 13. Just missed. And the other one is going to take another pot shot at the truck, trying to get you can tell what it's trying to do is to shoot out the light on the truck.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, that hits.
Oh.
I'm going to say 5 points of damage. He blew out one of the lights on the truck. Carol,
No.
there's one lone light barely penetrates to where you are. I mean, it's dark. It's dark. Why don't you make me an MS check to hold it together?
Okay. Let me
Dim the
find.
lights.
And do this at this times 3.
Okay, this is about to get real here. Okay,
Yep.
16. Okay, so that would be Which die would that be?
Just hit the button MS check at the top next to.
Oh,
It's
okay, times 3.
Yeah, times 3. Okay, you hold it together barely.
Oh,
Barely.
my
You hit the
gosh.
number exactly. 48 out of 48. Yeah, you're not happy about the situation, but you do hold it together. So next round, let's have. Who do we have roll last time?
I rolled last time.
Okay, so Dax. Sharon, roll me a d6 plus 1.
That would be a 5.
A 5 and a 5. So this happens simultaneously. So you guys just tell me all your actions first, but if you do kill off more, they still get to do the rebuttal before they die. So what all are you guys doing? Ron, you dropped one, but it was a gun and run, so you were still getting closer. So let's say you're up pretty close to Jack now. There's still 4 of these things up. 2 of them are wounded.
Okay.
I
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, yeah, I want to shoot the one that's shooting at the truck.
Yes, you're sniping, so let's have you go ahead and do that first. You need a 13 to hit. Oh,
9.
yeah. Yeah, and it's because it's just gotten so dark there. It's and your target is only like is most like half of it in shadow, so it's hard to see. So you're just off a bit. You're waiting to get more of the target in your sight. Okay, Ron or Jack or
Aha, Jack.
okay,
He's like,
still 2 on you, Jack.
he hears not, and he's like, Jack the Magnificent Owl will defend the light, and he leaps, I say, onto whoever's shooting at the truck.
Okay, you're attacking the
And
one that's okay.
Yeah, and if they keep shooting at me, they're now shooting at one of their friends too.
Okay, so go ahead and make an attack roll. This is a melee attack. Give me a second.
I have a bite attack.
Yeah.
which
What is
a
your
natural
code?
attack?
Yeah. Does there should be a number next to it? Your DAC or your weapon class. WC.
1.
1. Okay.
I have a
Yeah.
button for it.
Go ahead and roll.
I have weapon attack, natural attack, mental attack. Which one you want? Natural attack?
Natural attack. Yeah. If you're going at it with your claws, you need a 13 to hit.
Do I need to put in my DAC attack?
Yeah.
What's the DAC?
The DAC is 6.
6. Submit. 16.
Yeah, that hits. Did not roll your damage correctly though. So how much damage does your natural attack do?
It has 3d6 listed.
Okay, roll me 3d6.
13.
13. So you rend this bug. I mean, just completely destroy this bug. Now with 2 of their numbers dead, let's go ahead and check their morale.
And remember, that owl is like completely impervious to gunfire, apparently. Like it said.
Yep. Okay, morale. Here we go. Okay, so D20. They break. The remainder, there's 2 dead, 1 wounded. So 3 of them, they break and run, or at least they try to. The rest of you guys still have actions. What do you want to do?
Am I close enough to get to them?
Yes.
Okay. Now I don't know if this is practical. I was thinking about picking up one of the dead ones and hitting one of the alive ones with it.
Yeah, that's cool. I don't think your character is that strong, though. Let's take a look real
It's
quick.
not. He's not too terribly strong, I don't think.
Yeah, what is your strength? Your physical PS.
Let's see, that's 10.
10. I'll let you have a roll. Do a PS
Okay.
check. I'm gonna say only at a ×3 though. If you make it, you'll be able to do that, and then I'll have you do a ranged attack with the body.
Okay.
So just click the button there. No,
Nope.
it's just too bulky. I mean, you get it up. You've got several arms to get leverage on it, but it's just you're able to throw it, but like it just goes a few feet and just hits the ground. It's just too bulky.
All right.
Carol still has an action.
Yeah, it's like, is there a way I can get any closer to a light source or anything
You can
like
go back
that?
to the truck.
Yes.
All right. You head back to the truck. Well, it looks like the rest of the cockroach people are fleeing, though. So unless you want to pursue, they're going to scuttle off into the darkness, leaving you guys be. Now, do you let them be? Jack.
Well, the terror that flaps in the night. Jack. The darkness is my friend.
Yes.
I leap onto the next one.
Okay. Yeah. Same thing.
Two of
Jack.
these are injured.
Yes.
Uh,
You can go for the injured one. You can definitely see
Ah.
the ones that are bleeding.
hmm, hmm, hmm. Are the injured ones easier to hit or no?
No, same DAC until you. Oh, the other thing that you can do, by the way, I don't think this has come up too often, but if you're doing melee attacks, you can also try and knock them out. Like you could do like a buffeting wing attack, for instance, instead of killing them.
Yes. I swoop up and I don't have a buffeted wing damage, but I guess.
Yep. Just
I-
treat it as the
just-
same weapon class, and do the DAC as 6. Like, just go ahead and do your bite attack, but we'll just describe it differently as
He
a wing
swoops
attack.
up, sweeps his powerful wings, and dive bombs someone. Hopefully.
So if you
6.
succeed, that will force him to make a check. No, it's gonna miss. So
But
yeah.
Jack sweeps his powerful wings, but you quickly realize owls are actually fairly awkward flyers and kind of need a running start. And he like hops, and then he starts hopping again, and now he's
Yeah.
in the air, and it's too late.
Yes. They scurry off into broken slabs of concrete. They scurry underneath cars, and so they're gone. They're out of sight, out of mind. Your truck has taken a little bit of cosmetic damage from a shot through it, but one of your headlights has been shot out. As Carol goes back to the life-affirming light.
And like a jump scare out of a horror movie, Jack just lands on the hood right next to her. Girl, I have defeated the enemies. They fled before Jack's might.
Okay. So
takes that in
what
stride.
now? Yeah. You're out of combat. The rest of the cockroach creatures have scurried away. So you're here with your truck with a sole beam of light showing this concrete structure that has an enclosed glass stairway. Somebody in chat mentioned no elevator. Well, there might be, but it doesn't look like it's powered. There's no lights on down here. You don't see any control panel for it. Like you do see an elevator car, but there's no power to it.
There's no lights on.
Nope.
And Jack is definitely not the leader. But he does not wait for orders either. So he's going around and he's like kicking over these 2 dead bug guys. He eats an antenna.
Okay. Yeah. 2 rifles. They're basically rifles like yours. Although theirs have scopes on them. So there are 2 good scopes here.
Ooh. I obviously need one of those.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely get those.
You set off the alarm on the rifle as you take the scope.
That's
Someone-
clearly Jack. Hey, my loot!
Yeah,
my
I'm-
loot! Squawk, 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 squawk!
Yeah, if they've got scopes, I'm going to try to do that too.
Yeah, well, you've only got 2 bodies here, so you guys managed to collect 2 scopes. There's also 2 rifles. They're like yours. They're basically hunting rifles. Nothing else on them?
You did mention they had like toolkits.
Yes. Do you want to check them out?
Yes, I do.
Uh,
It's like,
The toolkits.
spoils.
The toolkits are filled with candy bars, bags of chips, some granola bars, some breath mint, stuff that you would get out of vending machines.
Jack is going to town on a bag of potato chips.
Hey, are
I
there
mean, have you
rifles
ever
better
seen? Being that owls don't chew, it's really weird as he like sticks as much of his head into the bag as possible, and these are little vending machine bags.
Hmm.
So basically, you barely getting a beacon, and he, like kips hooks one, like throws his head back and like swallows it back, and it's
You know, they got to be like Funyuns or something like that. So they're salty, they're a little sweet, they're just what Jack likes.
Yeah.
and quickly get caught in his throat. He's like, ah, ah. But
Sorry,
it
go ahead,
doesn't stop him.
Sharon. Go ahead.
Are their rifles like better or same as ours?
About the same. I mean, they're a hunting rifle. They're not exactly the same like manufacturer or anything, but your bullets are interchangeable. They had like if you look through some more of the little fanny packs they had, they've got like a dozen bullets in there, so you guys can load up on some more bullets.
Yeah. Grab the scopes, load up on the bullets, and uh, put the extra rifles
Mhm.
in in the back of the truck. But
Okay.
not like, yeah, we can take those back. That's definitely good
Sure.
souvenir.
Yeah. So all of your gear's in the back of that truck, and it's an open. There's not a covering, right? So you've got some important tech back there. And again, your truck is the only thing providing light. What do you guys want to do? There are other vehicles around. They look like they've been here for a very long time, rusting in place, covered in cobwebs.
So their batteries are probably gone, but I guess it's worth a try.
Um,
These are super science batteries.
yeah, from a glance around, do you see any kind of truck that's like similar make or model to ours?
I mean, yeah, there's some light duty trucks around. Most of them are, like again, they've been here who knows how long, maybe since the apocalypse.
Yeah, I'm just
I,
wondering if maybe we could scavenge a headlight or two.
Oh yeah, it's not a bad idea. Anybody want to make me a technical roll to see if you can plop a headlight that'll work and replace it? It's going to be an intelligence check. If anybody has a technical background, you can do it at like a times 4. Otherwise, it's going to be like a times 3.
Jack would love to do this, and he's going to like go straight up to clearly the wrong car.
And just start
He
gutting wires.
he's like, "Oh, what are they doing? I will do the same." And I go up to like the equivalent of a Geo Metro, and
Yeah.
I'm like kicking the headlight off
Hmm. All right. So who's
ineffectually because I'm not taking it out or anything or
yeah.
lifting the hood. I'm just kicking the headlight.
Yeah, you're just destroying a car. So who wants to do this? Who wants to scavenge a headlight and see if you can get it to work?
Uh, it's a- and that's an intelligence check.
Yep, it'd be an intelligence check. Just at times 3, unless your character has a reason to have the skills of a mechanic. I mean, which you can, if you. I don't think that's ever come up in their background, but
No.
okay.
I mean, what does
Sounds
she do
dark.
for Owl Town?
Basically, scavenge and beat up a lot of people.
So scavenge. This is scavenge.
Yeah, just make me an intelligence check. Let's. I'll give it to you at a times 4. You're not a mechanic, but you do deal with tech. That's kind of your thing around town. So
This is her job, scavenging stuff.
yeah. So at the top of your character sheet, to the right of the IN line, there you go. Success. Look at that. Yes, you find a headlight that'll work. Plug it in. You got both your headlights going. You guys have plenty of gas. Like you didn't have any problems getting here, so you could keep the truck running and your headlights going. How do you want to leave it? To get to the building above you, obviously you're going to need to use these stairs here. It's kind of a concrete bunker. It's got 2 pillboxes going up the elevators, but there's no power. You see the stairs that go up inside of this like glass enclosure, but the stairs themselves go into that kind of concrete Quonset hut sort of thing. And there is a steel security door in front of it. So like the stairs are like an emergency use. You're thinking, so you don't know if those steel doors are locked or closed or if they're opened or not. But yeah, to access the upper floor, you're going to need to use that or find another way.
Jack waltzes, gets bored eventually and waltzes up to the doors and waits for them to automatically open for him. And by automatically open for him, he means for someone to open the door for him.
I'll open the door for him.
Okay. The door seems to be locked. You don't see a keyhole on it, but you do see one of those little, like a badge scanner on it, but there's no electricity.
It doesn't work.
Do
Oh,
you want to try
We've
it
tried
anyway?
everything if we can.
Yeah, I'm gonna scan it. I'm gonna
Okay.
scan my badge.
So you've
Does
got
that
2
work?
badges. Which badge do you use? You got a
One of mine's a maintenance badge, so I'm gonna scan that.
okay. You got it. So if I got this right, you've got a maintenance badge and you've got an assembler's badge, right? So you want to
Yes.
use the maintenance badge. The lock does disengage when you wave the card over it. You hear the chunk, and the door is kind of rusty in the frame, but after putting a few of your shoulders to it, you're able to pop it open.
I
So
have several.
yeah, so you're inside of the glass structure that's got the stairways that just kind of wind back and forth going up into the structure above you.
Jack quickly runs forward, dashes up a flight of stairs, then like stops, does a U-turn, like flutters down in between the middle, sticks his head out the door again, and shouts out to the human people, "It's dark!" and then goes back up again. That's Jack.
Okay. What are the rest of you guys doing?
You've been informed that it's dark.
I am not budging.
I think you guys do have some camp lights and some chemical light sticks.
Yeah.
Yep, you've got you've got like a camp lantern runs on gas, and you've got some chemical light sticks, so you can produce light. But yeah,
Before we leave this garage
mm-hmm.
area, is there any way we can siphon off if there's any gas left from one of these old cars?
You could,
Yes.
yeah. You know that depending on how old the cars are, they could be synthetic fuel, which means that it would still work. You don't get as good a mileage out of it, but it would still work. So yeah, you could do that. Do you want to spend the time to do it now?
Yeah, I'm going to spend the time to do it now to get some extra fuel for
Sure.
the camp over there.
You've got a little foot pump that's got a couple of hoses in it. One into the gas tank, one into. Now you don't have any extra fuel canteens, but you can top up the ones you have, and you can top up your tank.
Okay.
Okay, so you spend some time doing that. Let's say that's going to take maybe 15 minutes. What are the rest of you guys doing while Dax is taking care of fuel?
Already said, going back up the stairs.
You're going to go all the way up the stairs. Okay, so Jack, you at the very top is a security door, which is opened. It's not locked, and you come out into the stairs lead out into. It's like a security desk, like it's got like a hemisphere, a half round, and there's actually flickering lights that shine up on the desk. From monitors. So there's several monitors that are on that are flickering.
Jack, perfectly adequate to the dark. Looks for light switches anyway.
Okay. You find light switches.
He does a cool, in his head, one of those flip kick things to turn on a light switch.
Okay.
But it's clearly he kind of flies up and rams into the wall and in a kind of upward motion and then bounces off and to turn on the light switch.
Can Jack read?
I'm going to say no.
Okay. So yeah, so you do that. You flick one of the switches, but none of the lights come on. Ron, what are you doing?
I don't know. I'd probably follow Jack.
Okay, same thing. There's apparently a little bit of power going on since Ron can read, I imagine. You
He's
see that there's a
he's
couple.
over twice as smart as Jack.
There's a couple of red lights on telling you that emergency power is engaged, and the flickering lights are coming from monitors.
Okay, can I see anything on the monitor? Can I tell anything about what it's doing or what's going on?
They're static. So, and you see there's a computer keyboard there, and there's some controls there. If you want to try and make me a tech roll to see, remember, you've got a +4 at this because of one of your mutant abilities. You can see if you can get things back online.
Okay,
So
so
that-
how do I do
That's
tech
going to
roll?
be an intelligence check. You're going to do it at ×1. Oh no, ×2. But you get a +4 to the end result.
Okay.
Guess it would be a -4.
All right.
Oh yeah, no problem. Oh wait, no, there it goes.
No.
So actually, you know what? That's not right. Okay, so what it would do is it would increase your intelligence, and then you do the multiplier. So if you would just increase your intelligence by 4 points, and then roll that check again,
Okay.
same multiplier, and see if you make that.
Here we go.
No.
Nope.
Okay, so drop your intelligence back to what it was.
Alright.
Yeah. So there's obviously there's something wrong with the display, but you're just not able to pull in a signal to get it back to get it operational.
Right.
Okay. What's Carol doing during all of this?
Everything's dark.
Everything is dark. Yes.
I don't think I can go very far.
So you're just staying around the headlights until okay.
Yes, till something changes.
All right. So let's say Dak's finished topping off all the fuel tanks. So you're leaving the truck running for the lights. Ron and Jack have gone up the stairs. They've been up there for a few minutes. No one's heard anything, no shooting or anything, but they haven't come back down yet.
Heard any grandiose soliloquies from Jack, so
Yeah.
no enemies have been encountered. So back to Jack then.
Sure.
Which way? And he looks where, since it's a security desk, it either is at the front of a hallway or at a junction of hallways.
Yep.
Correct?
It is in the junction of the hallways.
Is there a map or something on the wall? You are
Yes, there is. As a matter of fact, what you have is the emergency evacuation map.
Which we already have, of course.
Yes.
But with a nice "You are here" sign.
Mm-hmm.
And Jack's like, "Aha! A sign! What's it say?"
Jack cannot read.
Jack has an intelligence of 4. That is one more than the minimum. He is dumb as a post. If his vocabulary sounds big, it is because he is a living tape recorder that repeats messages for people.
So this is where you guys are right here. Okay? If you're seeing the map.
Okay. And those X things are elevators, I'm guessing?
Yeah, and then the one is the stairwell.
Which we came up.
Yes.
Those doors look important. Are there like any potted plants or couches not listed?
There's actually plastic potted plants. You know what a fire extinguisher is. You've stolen many from various places. Well, let's say rescued many. So there's a fire extinguisher there. These doors are closed. These doors are opened. And Jack knows what a bathroom is. So those are bathrooms.
They like him to regurgitate into the toilet for some reason.
And so this door right here actually looks out into above the parking lot. It's actually That looks like a door, but we'll call that a window. So it's looking out above the parking lot below.
So Jack's like, quick, Rondar, we found treasure, and he goes over and like does his best to lift up a fake potted plant, and bring it with him down the stairs.
You lift up the fake potted plant, and you find a key ring filled with keys.
Ignore that. It's distraction. We got the potted plants. But shiny. No, Jack, ignore. Stay strong. but we can have both. Yes. And so, like, Jack picks him up in his beak as he like trundles down with his weird pseudo hands that he has on his wings,
Mm-hmm.
as he trundles down with a potted plant, a ficus of some kind, and like triumphantly brings it to the truck,
Okay.
handing it to Carol.
All right, Dax.
And as he's handing the potted plant, she might notice that he has a key ring in his mouth.
Yeah, Dax and Carol. So Jake comes back down with a potted plant and a key ring in his mouth.
Keep saying Jake.
Jake, sorry.
Some people got that accent on Jack. It's killer.
Yeah, Jack has come down. Key ring in his bill, and he's carrying a potted plant. Ron, what are you doing? You just see Jack cart off a potted plant.
I'm gonna. I guess I'm gonna follow him. I mean, I can't.
All right, yeah.
There's
Or
nothing.
bring your-
It seems like there's nothing I can do in here. But
Go bring
No.
your own potted plant.
is there another potted plant I can grab?
No, it was the only one.
Okay.
Oh man.
I
There-
look for a potted plant.
There is a
because
fire extinguisher on the wall, though.
I will grab that.
Yes. Okay. It's one of these big industrial fire extinguishers used
I
for
like it,
electronic
yeah.
equipment. Yep. Of course, it says it's in the red on the dial, but
Yeah, but it can still hurt someone if I hit them with it.
it's nice and beefy. All right, so
Yeah.
everybody comes back down to the truck. You're all back together.
Jack is very proud of his plant. It's green, livens up the place. Not a lot of green in Apocalypse Gamma World, unless you count skin colors.
And so the map that we have on the Roll20 tabletop here, you guys physically have a copy of this map. And Jack has confirmed this is the same building because this same map was posted right near the security desk.
Jack found the treasure. We can go now.
Yeah, I'll move some
Jack
of the
is very
characters.
curious why no one else is saying, no, we need to find more important stuff. It's curious to Jack, but somehow they're letting the dumb as hell bird lead the way.
There you
Okay,
go.
this
I
is
found
gonna.
it's better to let Jack talk it out of the system first before we add anything on.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
This is gonna sound like a dumb question, but since I've just joined the game, what are we doing here?
Scavenging. Yeah,
Yeah,
finding anything of use for your burgeoning city.
Okay.
Jack has a very unique ability. He can teleport, so he's used as a messenger owl.
Yeah.
He's like, somebody saw or read Harry Potter. They scavenged a collection of Harry Potter books, and they're like, messenger owls. We can do that.
Yep.
But let's do a little bit better and splice in some parrot. So that's why he can talk. He actually is very good at repeating things. So if you actually get him to do, ask for something, he actually will like jukebox something. That's why he breaks into "Never Gonna Give You Up" sometimes.
He got rickrolled once too much in his formative years.
Yep. Or no, he's
can happen.
used to rickroll people.
Yeah, there's that too. So yeah, what do you guys do? You kind of got the plans of the building, so you kind of have an idea of where to look for interesting stuff. although the plans don't show you what's in each of the rooms, you can tell like the first floor has several rooms. The second floor, you're not sure what that is. It looks like just a big open floor with a bunch of pillars in it.
Let's go see what's in there.
Third floor has a bunch of office spaces as well, and it looks like there's a helicopter pad on the roof.
And it looks like Jack found you a whole bunch of keys.
Yeah, you got a key ring full of keys. Some of them are standard, just physical keys. Some of them are electronic keys. But yeah, just key ring full of keys.
Okay.
Jack is
Can't
looking
be-
expectantly at the human people.
Camping lantern or chem sticks?
Neither are tasty.
He would know.
Yeah, I'm sure he would.
Jack does not understand the question. Because Jack can see fine in the dark.
I have chem sticks. Does anyone have a camping lantern? Or is there
Yeah,
one?
we have it.
Yeah,
We have
you've got
one
some
here.
in your set.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I like the camping lantern better. 'Cause it's probably brighter.
That's why I was topping off the fuel.
Okay. Yeah, you screw on one of the fuel canisters and you get your camp light going. It's nice bright light. Carol's probably the one carrying it. Yeah, so what do you guys want to do? You got your floors there. So the stairwell, which I'm going to ping here, goes up through all the floors. Yeah, goes all the way up to the helicopter pad and all the way down to the parking garage, which is what's down here.
Well, we should probably sleep at 4 by 4.
Okay.
Jack goes back with the keys still in his mouth.
All right. So when you guys get it back to the first floor, Ron might have told you that there was some power, and so these monitors on. So both Dax and Carol, as you come around, you see, there are some monitors on. They're not look like they're tuned correctly, and you see a computer there. There's an error sign flashing on one of the monitors. It looks like it's working, but it needs some help.
Let me take a look at that one.
Okay, you want to see if you can fix the problem?
I want to see what the error is.
Okay, yeah, well, yeah, which is still a use thing. So go ahead and make me an intelligence check. Do this at ×3. Unfamiliar technology, but you kind of know your way around this sort of thing. Okay. Yeah, you don't know if it's locked up. It doesn't seem to be accepting keyboard commands. You're looking around, and it's all what are they called? There's not CPUs here. They're all dumb terminals. That's what I'm trying to think of. So the keyboards are all dumb terminals that are linked into a central computer somewhere, but not here. And you think you'd need to get to them to make any kind of repairs. The keyboards are just all shut down, or they're all frozen up, and you're just not able to enter commands at all.
Okay, can I see what kinds of, even if I can't enter commands, can I see what kinds of computers they are?
You really can't. They're dumb terminals, and they're frozen on a particular screen that's just showing an error and a code. But it doesn't really mean anything to you until you figure out, what operating system is running, anything like that.
Okay.
Anyone else want to do anything?
Jack is leading the charge once again to the doors that seem to go to maybe some offices.
Okay.
Are there any computer terminals there?
Yeah, that's what Carol was looking at. Do you want to
Okay.
look around as well?
I would, yes.
Yeah.
Make me a D6 roll. And if you're doing the same thing, Carol, D6 roll.
Okay.
Oh, there you go. And what does Carol get? Okay, yeah, you both do all right. So Dax finds the terminals, and she finds that they're frozen. She can't get commands off. There doesn't seem to be a CPU around anywhere. They're disconnected to a central unit. What you two find is that you're tracing cables, trying to say, well, maybe the CPU is just hidden somewhere, and we can just reset it or something like that. So you start tracing them around. And you find out that one of the cables is the plastic jackets have come off, and it's sparking.
Oops.
And Carol finds an extra cable just in one of the desks. Like someone, had already requisitioned the spare, and whatever happened before it was able to fix it.
Jack kicks the door open. That's what
You
he's doing.
kick
in
the
his
door
mind.
open.
But they're like pull doors, so he should actually be like
So-
pulling on them.
Well,
And
you're talking about
it
this.
fails.
Hold on. You're talking about this
Yes.
door right here. Jack has a very injured foot as the doors they're magnetically locked.
Exactly.
Yeah, they
So
don't open.
he, in his mind, he swings his wings wide with a mighty owl kick, and the doors fly open. But in reality, he swings his arms wide and offers a mighty owl kick, and nothing happens to the door. And so Jack just waits for the door to automatically open for him.
Does
as
Jack
in
also
some-
have a delusional flaw? Is that?
No, but he's still dumb.
Yeah. Okay, what's
If
everyone
I
else
can
doing?
mimic stuff without writing it down, I can be dumb without writing it down.
Ron and Carol, you seem to have found like a physical problem with the machine.
Okay. Do I see anything around I could sort of put over it to sort of cover up the exposed cables?
What are you looking for? You
Well,
tell me.
Either like some kind of like cloth, or like ideally like some tape.
Okay. You want to root around the desk and see if you can find anything?
Yes.
Okay. We'll just use the same roll. You do actually find like an electrician's tool belt that has a roll of duct tape and some simple tools in it. Some line pliers, voltage tester where the battery's long since been dead. Some needle nose pliers, that sort of thing. But duct tape and electrical tape both. Carol, what are you doing? Kim, still with us? You're muted.
Okay, I tried to unmute and I was unsuccessful. Okay. Yeah, because we're in that office room, so I was just going to go through desks and see if I came across just anything
Okay.
remotely useful.
Yeah, the only desk is the big security desk right here.
Oh,
And you
okay.
see these two restrooms here in the corner. Fire extinguisher, Ron's already taken. As far as you can tell, that's not a room. There's no doors around it anywhere.
Okay.
So you look around the desk as well. You see Ron finds electronic tool or electrician's toolkit. You find, a few magazines. You find another set of keys, but this looks like vending machine keys.
Oh, that might be nice. There might be something like remotely usable in the vending machines
Mm-hmm.
if the roaches didn't take it all.
And Dax, after you figured out that the controls here are just completely frozen, what do you want to do?
Well, uh, Tech 101, unplug it and plug it back in.
Okay. You want to wait for them to patch the cable, or wait for Ron to patch the cable?
You found cable. Yeah, patch that cable first.
Okay.
And see if patching that cable cleared everything up.
All right. So go ahead and make me the intelligence roll again, times 3. So some minor repairs, and will allow you to test again.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. So things seem to be working as they should. You're actually able to issue some commands now, but it looks like it's a proprietary operating system. It's not something you've dealt with before, but what you do manage to do is get the security cameras online. And so some of those monitors that are still on are now showing your car down below in the parking garage with the lights on, and you guys can see movement in the corners. It looks like those bug creatures brought friends.
Oh, wonderful.
Yep. But the computer's locked into the last view that the security guards use, so it's all locked into the garage level.
Unaware of this, Jack kicks the door again because that's also his signal that someone should open it for him.
Mm-hmm.
I see we are at a standoff as I stare down the door.
Yep. This door that Jack is kicking here is still sealed. You figure it's got some kind of electronic locking mechanism, and it's engaged in with no regular power. It's just not opening. Although Jack hasn't tried a card.
Yeah.
Jack is not that smart. Player certainly is, but Jack is not.
What's the fun in that?
Maybe Ron could yell, "Jack, try a card."
You could try that. Do you do that?
Yes, I do.
Oh! Jack does this super cool flip thing that swipes his card, which is actually him flapping up and ramming into the card swiper.
Right. You have a visitor's pass. So what happens is, despite not having electricity, all of you hear a sound coming from that door. And, very briefly, some dull red lights come on.
Oh.
That doesn't sound
Jack
good.
is very triumphant and taking the as a good sign, kicks the door again, but does not see them fly open.
Yeah.
I see we are again at this impasse, door.
Yep.
I will stare you down yet. He adds in a little head tilt as he stares down this door.
Yes, your visitor's pass will not open these doors.
Is there a way I can go over there and open the door for him after all this?
Absolutely,
Yeah.
there is.
Yeah, I'm just going to go over there and okay, that's enough.
Yep. And so what card do you have?
I think I have executive.
Okay. There's a chirping beep, beep sound, and you hear locks disengage. Normally there'd be enough power that the doors would just open, but in this case there's just enough reserve power that just the locks disengage. So you're able to push the doors open. Once again, it's a dark hallway, although there is some dull red light that you're seeing in various places. So each of these rooms are they're not rooms, they're cubbies, right? They're
Cubicles?
Cubicles, yeah, there we go. They're cubicles, and some of the cubicles have flashing red lights on the desks. This door is closed, and that's a full room, as is this one here. The rest of these are all cubicles, computer terminals, monitors. Most of the computers are all no power, but there are things on the desk that have a glowing red.
Aha! Victory! You have fallen to my wiles, door. As I do a little brush off of the shoulders as I pass this door, going, "What?" As Jack leads into the cubicles and starts flaps onto the desk and starts kicking things over. So he's going to search this first cubicle.
Okay. Jack finds various paraphernalia, some pictures of dogs. This one has the red lights that are blinking on the desk. Apparently, are phone systems, and the red light is showing like an error condition.
Look at here! They have pictures of their favorite snacks.
Carol, if you're wandering around looking to the cubicles, there is one cubicle. This one right here. It still has a terminal on.
Yeah, I'll go to that
monitor on.
cubicle.
Okay. The person was in the middle of writing some kind of document. You're reading through it, just glancing through it real quickly, but it's a vague record about some experiment called the beta chamber, which is located in a restricted area on the 3rd floor. You don't know if it's this building that he's referring to, but the person was working on this document right before something happened.
Well, that
That's-
sounds interesting.
It's only the forward.
Yeah, we might want to head to the third floor then.
What about the we're looking for treasure? This one has a picture of their favorite food. And or helper animal. One or the other.
Well, maybe the
Also-
treasure is. Huh? Oh,
Yeah,
Jack
go ahead.
has found a pin.
yeah, I don't think that's the treasure.
Sharon's still here?
Yeah. Yeah, I think the treasure's, well, third floor, the helipad, but I think we need to, at least on the way to the third floor, take a quick look at what's on the second floor.
Oh, yeah, of course. Especially because the elevator's not working, so
Yeah.
might as well if we're gonna be there anyway.
Okay, fine. If we're not going to completely root everything that is in here.
Strange question.
Okay.
Do we see anything like a water fountain?
No.
Why would you?
Oh, they don't have a cooler.
Jack is like, fine, no looting the room, as he kicks over a monitor as he flaps off back the way he goes.
You can loot it on the way down, so that way you're not carrying too much as we go upstairs.
As he goes back, he sees the security man. Oh, look, more friends. That's not a problem at all.
Yep.
Let us continue on our way.
Before we leave, on that one desk that
Mhm.
had the document on the monitor.
Yep.
We'll definitely check that desk for keys, wallet, you name it.
Okay. Well, you do that. There's a few personal items around, but no keys, no wallet, no card. But your hand inadvertently bumps against the mouse, and you see the cursor move on the screen. This one's not frozen.
Uh-oh.
Jack already stole the pin, so I don't know what's left for you.
Can I check it out?
Yeah, if you want to see what you can find on the computer, it's operable. Go ahead and make me an intelligence. It's same check. It's the intelligence at ×3.
Okay.
Well, it's Dax is the one who found that, so let's let her do the roll. Success this time.
Nice.
Right, you're in. This person had fairly high level access, so you have access to security cameras. You can move them around to different floors. Backup power is low, but it looks like it's currently only powering specific areas, but it looks like you can move things around. It's being powered by a small nuclear generator. It's not got a lot of power, so it can't power lots of things at once, but you can turn on certain functions.
Like maybe lights?
Like maybe lights.
Yeah.
So, yeah, what do you want to do? You're in.
Okay. First, before I turn on the lights, I want to see what's on the second floor.
You want to turn on the cameras and look at the second floor.
Yeah.
Second floor are banks and banks and banks of servers. Server room.
Okay.
You also notice there are robotic constructs wandering in between the mainframes. There are robots in there.
Okay, then on second thought, maybe we should avoid the second floor for right now.
Why? Pure strained humans love robots.
Yeah, you do have a much better chance of a robot being fine with you. They're kind of robots are built with like the Asimov 3 rules of robotics. They can't harm a human, but you got to be pure strain human for that to count. If you look like a mutant or if you look strange, you're not human.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't work for that.
Yeah.
Carol would probably be fine though.
They might figure it out.
Yeah, Carol looks normal. None of your mutations are obvious, but you do have a pure strain amongst you. So yeah, there are
And
robots.
Jack has a visitor pass, so he's fine.
Yep. It looks like a great deal of the backup power is being routed into that second floor area to keep all of these computers at least running at a minimal like sleep state.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Anything else you want to do?
Look and see what's on the third floor.
All right. Third
Yeah.
floor. Third floor comes on, and the first thing that you notice is you have to enter a security clearance to turn on the cameras on that floor.
Oh. Okay. Alrighty.
Third floor now, second floor on the way down, or what?
What are you asking?
I'm asking, should we look at the third floor first and then the second floor, or second floor now and then the third floor?
Oh, I think we should look at the parking garage. There's tasty friends in there.
Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna say third floor, so that way we can, if we need, we're already going down.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
Yeah.
Wow.
And is there? Do I have access to see the roof?
Yes. You get
Okay.
you get the roof access. There's a helicopter on the roof. I mean, it looks in bad condition, but there's a helicopter on the roof.
Ha! Look at what they need to mimic a fraction of Jack's power.
This is true. This is true.
Yeah. Okay, that may not be a bad thing to keep in mind. There is a helicopter up there, so whatever happened here happened real fast. Okay, up to 3.
Eh?
Let's do it.
Okay. You can turn elevators on, though it's going to siphon a lot of power. You can turn elevators on, or do you want to continue to use the stairwell?
I would use the stairwell. I'm not totally
Yeah.
trusting of that power yet.
Do you want to?
No, it's only 2. It's only another 2 stories. It's not like we're going to the 19th floor.
Do you
Yeah.
want to turn on any more of the lights?
Yes.
Yeah, we do. We want to turn on the lights in the stairwell.
Okay.
And the lights on the 3rd floor.
Okay. So as you're doing this, now that essentially remember that stairwell column that you guys came up with the glass sheathing it, that essentially now lights up the parking garage. And the monitors that were stuck on the parking garage that are back in the security desk area show a lot of those insect creatures scuttling into the darkness. You also see that they've been taking pot shots at your truck, trying to get the lights to turn off. So you don't know if you don't know if anything's been damaged or not, but now there's a lot of light down there, and causes them to all scurry away.
Should Jack go clear them out? I'll rouse them. I'll rouse them out. Looks to the human people again for direction.
Well,
Yeah.
if you can keep them from turning the light off on the car, yeah.
Well, the light's on in the garage now.
Yeah. I like all the lights possible though.
Well, they might don't do anything about it. They might start shooting out those lights.
Mm-hmm.
Jack's like, I guess I'm going to have to roust them out. because nobody's telling him otherwise, and uh, no one has a better idea.
Well,
He's going.
I think people were heading up to the third floor.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So Ron and Dax and everyone else is heading up a floor. Is Jack going down a floor?
Yes, unlike Jack, they can't teleport. They need that truck to not be full of holes.
Okay.
I
All right.
don't know why they're not considering this as big of a issue as it is. They are shooting your truck. They might disable your vehicle.
All right. Jack goes down. Everyone goes up. So in the third floor, you guys come up the stairwell and you pop out there. No problem. Everything looks normal, except on the evacuation plan map, this door looks like any other door. When you guys come up out of the stairwell here, that thing has been replaced by what looks like a vault door that covers the entire opening of where that door was. Like, so from hallway edge to hallway edge, from floor to ceiling, it's like a vault door. And then you still have these rooms over here, which are locked. So you've got emergency lighting on now. So everything's got this red cast, red hue to it. But that's what you see when you pop up. You also see that there is a video camera above the doors here, kind of recessed into the wall and behind glass. So what do you guys do?
Well, Jack is apparently initiating combat without them.
Well, Jack, you go downstairs, and now that the garage is lit up so much, you don't. Well, one, it's hard for you to see if you weren't wearing. Well, you put your sunglasses on or your sun goggles on to help.
Super cool.
Yeah, the light has caused the cockroach creatures to like just dive for cover. So they're either hiding underneath cars and are just staying out of the light or have gone away. It looks like there are some bullet holes in the truck, but you don't smell any fuel leaking. And the lights are still on, the engine's still running.
Oh, good.
So Jack begins stalking these individuals, and he's going to try his best to sneak up on one and just pounce and dismember them.
Okay. Um, Roll me a D100 and just tell me high or low.
D100.
Yes. And tell me high or low before you roll it.
High.
Okay.
31.
You find one that is easier to get to because a lot of them are underneath the cars, and you swoop down, you grab this one. Unfortunately, this one did have a rifle locked and loaded, so as you're coming down on it, it's going to be able to get a pot shot off on you. I'll tell you what, go ahead and roll a d6. We'll see if you can react before it shoots.
5. I have a chance. I do not.
All right, so it's going to get the shot off before you swoop down on it, and it just misses. So you swoop down. You can go ahead, roll your attack. DAC is 6.
Woo! Natural attack. 6. Submit. 20.
Oh, jeez. Okay, roll the damage.
3d6. Let's go.
Okay, you only needed a 10 to basically kill it. So you're
One dismembered.
yes, your
One-
bird brain takes over and you devour the insect.
One little Indian too.
Exactly. This one was really, you had to take a few minutes to be able to find one to come down on like this because they're really in the walls, under cars. They're very hard to get at. You can see they're all around, but they really don't like light. And so they're staying
I
far,
look
far
under.
away.
So it's like my head comes below a truck, then it turns upside down, and Jack's like, I see you.
All right, so Jack is having fun playing Murder in the Dark. The rest of you guys are third floor, and you're
Apparently,
faced
very confident in this messenger owl to
and
deal with things.
you're faced with this vault-like door that's got a security camera looking out into the room. The security camera does have a light on. What do you guys do?
Is
One of those executive cards.
yeah, I mean, we can try to card it or use the
Yeah.
card.
Okay.
Uh,
You card it with an executive card, and there's a voice that actually comes through, computer generated. Sounds a lot like AI Al's voice back from Owltown. It's got that computer generated voice box to it that says, "User Anthony Smith Senior, birth date 6/16, 2050, unrecognized user, security levels not appropriate." So you see the video camera kind of iris out, and you see it kind of move up and down to whoever presented that card first. Error. Physical likeness does not equate with user. And you see out of the ceiling in front of the door drops this little globe that's on a kind of a spindle piece of metal, and it's got a laser pistol on the end of it, and it starts tracking you. And I think that's a good place to end it right there.
Oh,
oops.
Gone with Jack.
Yeah.
What I was afraid of.
So we'll leave it on a cliffhanger as you guys are trying to, yet again, this is a theme in my games, trying to open a door to get to the next thing.
Storage is the bane of my existence.
Yeah.
If Jack had proper appendages, he would be opening so many doors, not waiting for all of you.
All right. Yeah, so this is our once a month-ish Sunday stream where we play second edition of Gammon World. We've got a few other players in this too. We got a new player tonight in Bill. And, we play when we can. Bill, do you have any plugs? You're one of the few that might in the stream.
Well, let's see. You can catch me on Friday in Bert's BX game, where we are almost. We're summoning the Temple of Stephen Amber. We're almost at the end of that adventure, so should be fun. I also run organized play games for Frog God Games. If you go over on their Discord, you can sign up. We have games for 5e, Pathfinder First Edition, and Swords and Wizardry. So
Cool.
I run Swords and Wizardry and sometimes 5e.
Kim, you got anything you want to plug in the digital or meat space?
not really.
All right, good enough. Sharon, how about you?
Nothing to plug this time.
Nothing to plug this time. Steven?
Nope, just see you in 3 months or so.
Well, hopefully we'll be able to do it sooner than that. But so if you found us, you know where we are, twitch.tv/SteamSteelMurder. We stream on Tuesdays, Fridays, and Sundays. And check out the podcast at BlueMagik.com. Say goodbye to the listening audience, folks.
Goodbye,
Bye.
Black Aliens.